It is an exciting day. It's a first for Torridge. It's a first for the Southwest, we believe, in terms of rolling out this sort of scheme to prohibit the sale of high-strength alcohol in off licences. So yeah, it's very much a sort of pioneering effort. The scheme aims to engage off licences, basically across the district, in a voluntary project to stop selling beer, cider and lager with an ABV of more than 6.5%. These are really harmful products. We believe they cause an awful lot of damage locally. They're beloved by street drinkers who cause problems in our town centres. And the idea is simply to try and get rid of them off licences shelves through this voluntary agreement. And by doing that, we hope to reduce crime, antisocial behaviour, and also improve people's health at the end of the day.
You know, it's been a lot of work. Torridge District Council, who've led on the scheme, we've worked with them to try and get the trade on board, who were very supportive from the beginning. We anticipated more problems than we've had because it's a big ask, but I'm very pleased that the whole of Torridge District Council has, the area that the licensed area covers, has embraced the scheme, which is excellent news for us. Persuasion is probably the right term. We've got a very good working relationship with the trade. I know personally the majority of the trade is in the area, which is helpful, and they've got a good working relationship with Tony Nichols, who's the manager for the licensing district as well. To date, we've only got 2 premises which haven't currently signed a scheme, which is a fantastic result. So, nearly all of the premises are signed up.
It hasn't been too difficult, actually. We've been surprised at the level of support that we've had from the retailers. We had an initial meeting back on the 25th of February, and there was overwhelming support for the scheme. All the off licences that turned up there thought the scheme was fantastic. They really got behind it, and we've got, I think, about 85% of stores in Torridge on board.
So approached by Tony, who explained obviously the challenge in Bideford. So listening to sort of the reasoning behind that he presented within the local community and the issue that we're facing, thought it was important that we tried to support as best as we could. We recognise that as a significant part of any community that we sit within, that it's really important that we engage with the local community and support any sort of initiatives, whether that be one such as the one we're here to discuss today, or local charities, etc. So we're always very keen to get involved with all of those.
It is a voluntary scheme. It's important to emphasise that. We're not beating people over the head with a big stick on this. They've really all joined of their own accord. And I think the success of it has largely been down to the fact that we've been dealing with people on a face-to-face basis. We've been going around stores, talking to individual licensees, explaining the purpose of the scheme, and we've had a really good response from them.
What this is doing is the community saying, no, we're not going to do this. We can see that there'll be inherent benefits. Yes, initially we might get a slight spike of people actually being antisocial because they can't get the alcohol they want at the strength they want and the prices they want. But the community has come together and said, no, we're not going to accept that. So it truly is, yes, I stand here as a police officer with police across me, but it's about policing the community, and the community do the policing.
We're well aware that alcohol is very high on the Police and Crime Commissioner's agenda. We see this scheme as tying in and supporting that in a very big way. It's not going to be a panacea for all alcohol-related crime across Torridge. We understand that, but it's just one piece of the jigsaw. It's part of an overall coordinated strategy to try and tackle alcohol harm and abuse across the district.
Alcohol is always going to be an issue. It's been socially acceptable through years and years. Through religion, it's part of a holy communion where we have wine. So it's inbred within us. What we need to do is very much like smoking, very much like wearing of seatbelts, is to actually set a standard where people actually say, well, no, that's the standard we will aspire to. By doing this over a period of time, we will set a standard whereby people will find that antisocial behaviour as a result of drinking too much alcohol, selling too much cheap alcohol at high strength, will become a taboo.
I think it will generate a lot of interest, certainly throughout Devon and throughout the Devon and Cornwall policing area, and maybe further afield. Certainly locally, there's been an awful lot of interest and goodwill in developing the project. So I really believe that it could take off. Yeah.